Try again. 1, 2. Yes. So welcome to Cherry Street Sports for the TAB State Championships. We're up to the fours competition, the last one of the event, and our feature game this morning, men's fours round 1. We've got the locals, Gary Devlin, Stuart, Jamieson, Phil Power and Indi Conlan of Ballina, and they're taking on the Merimbula team, so the opposite ends of the state. Greg Mallard, Scott Pettit, Michael Wilks and Rohan Wilson. Joining me once again in commentary, the irrepressible Jason Pinnock.
Thank you, Andrew, and welcome everyone to today. Brilliant conditions we're greeted with for the players today. Sun's shining, wind's up a bit more than we've seen. See if that has a factor in this game.
Just had a little bit of a hiccup with the plug coming out. But we're fully on track now.
So this match is a battle of the Dolphins, Andrew. Merimbula Dolphins up against the Ballina Dolphins.
Yes. The north and the south. Very similar stickers, but all the players have got different coloured bowls, so.
I think we did recognise Merimbula has sort of got the white and yellow bowls, and Balner have got blue, bluey green and a couple of reds, so.
The white and purple's the Merimbula as well.
Yeah, and Conlan just white.
That'll do. Phil Power. Bit of local cheering.
I reckon there'll be one or two around, Andrew.
Well, Michael Wilks and Rohan Wilson looking to go one better than their pairs quest. They were on the cusp of being state pairs champions and just got pipped in the last stages. Held game that David Axon drew shot. Couple of fantastic singles finals yesterday. Brianna Smith of St John's Park claiming the women's championship over Sarah Boddington. And Cody Packer absolutely stunning in beating Brianna's partner, Betty Twist of St John's Park. Betty just couldn't get into that game, and I think Cody's form probably had something to do with that.
Oh.
Phil Power just trails it away from his own.
Yeah.
Opens it up a little bit.
He did, but it was open for Merimbula to get to. Probably didn't want to trail it that far. But yeah, Cody was nigh on perfect last night, wasn't he? I don't think you never see a perfect game in our sport, but...
No, but he was in fantastic form. And changed up the heads, made it very difficult for Ben to try and get into that game.
Tell you what, Andrew, it's really good to see this fours event and numbers on green. It looks sensational. Lots more colour out there on green with everyone's uniforms.
Some of them have got more colour than others too. Oh, there are some that I really like and some that I don't, but that's personal choice. Some very good names in amongst these teams as well.
So Rowan looking to draw a second here. That's pretty well sped, that is. That's good speed. Well, it kept going.
Yeah, all these greens are picking up pace.
Interesting to put a speed on it, Andrew, actually. I reckon it's, to me, that's pushing over the 16-second mark. We are playing very long at the moment. Indi looking to get that out. He has.
Oh, Rohan, straight on the mat. Backhand draw, probably the only option he's got. It's flying.
Well, it's flying in for shot.
Good point.
Yeah, it's, I guess after commentating last night, Andrew, we're trying to adjust ourselves to the green speed. Well, that jack's gone all the way. Might see a little bit of that early on in this match. Trying to get to T to T.
Well, no movement of the mat there whatsoever. Must not feel that there's any advantage in changing it up. Second end of the match, probably still just feeling your way along. We got the long end anyway.
We did, and I remember during when we got our first bit of dry weather, Andrew, during these championships, we did have some teams say how the jack seemed to be scooting across the surface around about 2 metres further than what the bowl was. And it was a common comment. It wasn't just one or two people. There was a lot of teams that mentioned the same thing. And so the jack just sits up a little bit higher on the surface. The bowl sits down in it, and when these surfaces are baked and hard.
And look, there probably has been a little bit of compacting of the surface too with the wet weather.
Nice ball, lad.
Oh, Ducky. Bet you can't guess why Greg Mallard got the nickname Ducky.
Oh, I got no idea, mate. But, please divulge.
Mallard? Mallard's a duck?
Yeah, of course.
It's just... Brain's really not working, is it, Jason?
Not at all today, mate, no. And, well, our viewers won't have me for long today. I'm heading across to the other two venues this afternoon with the lovely Kira this afternoon. I'm heading off. We're going to Alstonville and hopefully get to Lennox as well. And
Take a few happy snaps.
yes, and for me it's about just catching up with the managers there and the venue and obviously some different people. This is a very good bowl.
Scotty Pettit.
But wow, that's really a lot of swing there, Andrew.
Breeze will push that one across as well. This is the easy one. They're playing towards us, so both the screen and the live view, you can see them coming towards us and you can actually look at the wind and go, yep, it's going that way. So when they're two opposite, I started to get a bit confused, try and work it out. Quite wide. Just going to run on a little bit. Width is not too bad, actually. That's Just pulled up.
Did come back a long way.
A little bit scattered, these heads. I think the players just coming to terms with conditions. A little bit of breeze. Green's picked up some speed. Easy just to fall that little bit short.
Wilksy wants to get under now. Well, he did.
That'll be the shot.
That will be. Yep, you are correct. That is the shot.
So a little shake of the head, grimace, little whistle from Wilksy. Saying, wow. Breeze, just pushing that bowl along.
It's all in the weight, though.
Phil Power draws one in, sits on that bowl. That's the shot now. Well, what can Rohan Wilson do now? One down. He's decided to go forehand.
Well, if he just scoots that.
Not quite.
I think he had pretty good weight if he misses that, Andrew.
Oh, Indi's not loving it. Oh, we've only got 1 second, so I don't think they'll be really making any play at that shot bowl. Oh, he is.
Well, he's got 3 seconds actually, Andrew.
Oh, righto.
So. Well, now he's only got 2 seconds, but.
Now irrelevant.
The yellow and the white there, both seconds, and that one he got on the way through was also a second.
Right, I couldn't.
The yellow and white is Merimbula, mate. Just trying to remember that. That's all I'm working on.
Yeah, I just thought the one outside was. The red one was the next one, but obviously not.
That's one to Ballina. Andrew, look across the greens here in both the men's and women's open fours. A lot of double ups of clubs across these two disciplines. We see two Merimbula teams, South Tamworth, Engadine, Cabramatta,
Foster.
Quite a lot of double ups.
Evans Head, the women's one for Northern Rivers. Can't think of who the Newcastle teams are.
Soldiers Point in the men's.
Yep. And
Soldiers Point in the women's.
there you go. Northwest is both South Tamworth, Midwest Parks Railway. And I'm pretty sure it's not Parks Railway.
Club Dubbo.
Yeah, West Dubbo. I should know that because I know the person who come picked up the card from me. They're just struggling to nail this line at the moment. A bit of breeze. Oh, I know Karen Murphy's here. I can hear her. The distinctive call from Karen.
Yeah, they're trying to defend their Fours crown from last year, Andrew.
Oh, trail there. Scott Pettit looks to be on a pretty good track. Just going to turn the red bowl up though. And it's not white or yellow, so it's not Merimbula. Oh, can Stuart produce another good one? Pretty much just trying to repeat what he bowled last time.
Turning himself on to Jack wouldn't be too bad. Let's change the look of it again. Well,
yeah, just didn't quite send that one.
Sort of blocked that forehand portal off anyway, Andrew.
You wanted a little bit of intent here. They're wishing that one to get in.
Pretty well pointed, isn't it? Oh, that's an amazing effort.
It's probably second shot. Got our other person who does the driving on the stream sitting here watching on interestedly. Because it's, well, they're basically his locals playing on this rink. Well, if we get him on, he'd be slightly biased in his commentary, perhaps.
Lots of battles between Jindabyne and Merimbula, Drew.
Jindabyne, of course, just up the road from Merimbula. A fair trip, but 2 hours. Just down the road for you for a game of bowls, though, from Jindabyne.
It's down. Oh,
Through the
damn,
hole.
he's close. If he got down to that if he got to the outside edge of the other white, he gets a result.
Anyone who watched our pairs final will be going, hang on a minute, didn't Wilks use a different set of bowls then? Yes, he did.
He got some out of the barefoot bowls cupboard here in the locker room.
Well, I think that's changed it up. I reckon Merimbula's got shot there with the white bowl now.
Yeah, it's a little bit unlucky.
Just drifts across. Well, Indi, it's a little bit of a crowded path in, but he might even look for that shot bowl.
Well, Andrew, that's a first for the championships, a couple of rinks over. Bowls from neighbouring rinks delivered, actually come in contact with each other. That's telling you.
It's got wide.
Yep.
It's got one of the Merimbula bowls. That's probably worth a few now. Rohan will really want to get another one in there. Well, today is your last chance to get your free skin check from Skin Check Champions here at the TAB State Championships at Cherry Street Sports. Yeah, the silver bullet is pulling out and leaving us after today.
Indi now still looking up that backhand port, but he's be looking for his bowl through to the yellow, but I mean white. If he's underneath, jack all the way through is worth a few, Andrew.
He's got a couple of chances here. Just don't kill it. We don't want a long game. He's willing it down. Knew it was wide. Good chance here from Rohan. Great bowl.
Oh, that's a
Fantastic
brilliant
bowl.
It's a brilliant bowl by Rohan Wilson. He's 2.5, 3 foot out there. Green at this speed, it is very, very minute adjustment today. Just coming down on this forehand, well.
A little bit shy.
Just find today these adjustments, he's only looking for a metre here, but they're a lot finer adjustments than what we've seen in the previous 14 days of play, Andrew.
Yeah, This green's really started to pick up a little bit of pace. You can tell by the colour too, it's just got that, it's more straw towards white than green it has been. Tiffy, you always know when they're going to be quick because they get that straw colour and a bit of a sheen almost.
Well, if a sheen gets on them, look out, because they are generally flying.
I don't really want them flying too much. People tell me they're going to get their greenkeeper to cut them at 5 cents and triple roll them for a week before the events we hold at their venue. And I've said, why would you do that? So we want people to think we've got good greens. Well, have you ever played on a 19-second green? They go, yeah. Was it challenging? Yes. Did you get much close? No. How good are your lights? Why? Because if it's running 19 and trying to get through 2 games of 4s in a day, you're going to need your lights.
Gets up over that. He turned it down. Weight was pretty good there.
Fortunately, that's not an issue here. The lights are pretty good. I find sometimes too, 4s can be one of the games where it's hard to adjust because you haven't got as many bowls and you've got a slightly longer wait time between them. So harder sometimes to find and keep your rhythm.
Yeah, there is a long break in between you playing your bowls, so it is hard to get that fluency throughout a game. Unlike all the other formats, 2-bowl triples seem to be pretty quick. And then obviously our traditional pairs, you're constantly on the move there.
And yet it's 4s that's regarded as the basis of the game of lawn bowls. In fact, it used to appear in the start of the law book that the basis of the game is 4s play. Used to. Well, one to Balner at this stage, I think. Red bowl straight in behind the jack. This one turns it quickly enough. No, stop going to. Just in behind. Michael Wilks stalked his last one down. Didn't really like it. Finished though. Phil Power, he's probably been the best player in the ring so far in our opening few ends.
And Andrew just put the curse on him, hey, with that comment.
Yes. He's played a couple of big bowls.
I do agree with you, mate. Yeah, he was a bit unlucky last end where he opened up that head and gave shot back to Merimbula, but he has had his bowls in very good areas so far early in this game.
Rohan Wilson.
Look at how wide he's gone out there, Andrew. Well, I know that Jack has moved out, but That is a really good lawn bowl.
Yeah, we got the best back.
Wow.
Nice, mate.
And he's wanting to get up under that bowl there. Just got to. He's got the bowl, killed the end. It's a great shot by Indi Conlan. We'll go again. We do have lights here at Ballina, so quite happy for him to kill a few.
Did enough overtime yesterday.
I won't have to put any in today myself, so.
What time did we finish last night? It was about 9 by the time we'd finished packing up.
I think I walked in the door at home at 10:05.
Roughly 14-hour day yesterday for me. And a fair chunk of that spent sitting here driving the computer and talking. Probably why I don't feel like talking today. Big Mallard. Two-tone purple and white bowl. Very good starter. Gary Devlin looking for a reply. Not too bad. Just gone past. Good place to finish. It really has. Just kept rolling.
So, Gary looking to adjust here with his weight. Well, he's got a couple of options in there. Not the one he wanted, but a very good bowl and good home. Found the gate. A little bit unfortunate. I can smell a barbecue cooking, Andrew.
Smells like the char grill for me.
Char grill.
Well, that one was just under 15 seconds. Decent line. It's swinging back. Indi's interested. 16.
Yeah, I just got 16 seconds too, so. Do a few and then get an average, Andrew. Wow. Has he got the pace here to get right up to this? He has not quite.
15 and a half.
Yeah. Obviously, these are only guides. The official way to do it, Andrew, if you'd like to let everyone know.
Time taken for a bowl to stop over 27 metres.
27 metres, that's the magic number.
There are timing ramps you can buy. Never seen one in operation. In the flesh, that is. That one, can't judge because it ran into another. Somewhere between 15 and 16 is a good enough answer for me.
I did see Amber greenkeepers for the state over 40s, as well as the grade 6 pennant finals. They had measurements of speeds up, and they actually put them up on a board just outside the commentary box. Let people know.
Well, the timing ramp has a weighted a ball, basically, that you roll from the top. You measure the distance that travels, and that will be able to be converted to a time. And of course, the idea, the further distance it rolls, the quicker the green is.
The other thing is sometimes, Andrew, when us as bowlers determine whether it's a 14-second, 17-second green, 12-second green, my 14 seconds could be different to your 14 seconds.
Well, you got it. If you want to do it properly, you should deliver a bowl and have it stop exactly 27 metres from where it was delivered. Oh, I don't know about you, but I don't have that sort of control.
I'll set a jack at 29. I'm pretty good chance of getting to 27, mate.
On a good day. Oh, good effort from Wilksy, but he just fell a little bit short.
Still, do you think it's 2 here to Merimbula at the moment?
Quite possibly. Again, we've got that bright sunshine straight behind the screen. It's hard to see. Feels under the line here. Going to crash on the short bowl.
Good thing is that Ballina, Indi Conlan, has that position to the bottom of the rink and just left. They're both Ballina bowls, the red and, I'm going to say, green.
He can reach up on that forehand. That every bowl is across to one side of the centre line. He can even be a bit tight. Just get a little rappel along the shelf. Squeeze onto the jack. Straight down to his own bowls. I think Rohan would have liked to have matched those, but he's really sent this one. And he is playing to reach. I don't think that's going to come back.
And he's
Got another one in that catching petting.
another one in the back end though, so. And then Andrew, all honesty, if it gets right back, there's another 2 green bowls there right near that yellow.
Yeah, it could be as many as 5 plus with his
See
own.
Rohan getting right back here. Well, has he got back enough?
No. He's just finished near the say no to domestic violence.
Just heard Indi say Jack in the pond, and I think that's the shot to play here. That's what he's playing. Well, it's just very, very little turn on these weighted shots, Andrew. So, no indication yet. So it was a 2 then to Merimbula. I'll take him to a 5-1 lead.
Is that a bribe?
I think Wilksy's bribing us. He's got a couple little chockies out he has. Thank you.
Looks like they haven't even been in the bag for 3 years or so. That's pretty good for a bowls bag chocolate.
Well, they taste good.
He said he bought them this morning. There you go. Oh no, I found the odd little bag of lollies sitting in the bowls bag and thought, I don't even remember buying those. Well, yes, the odd little bag of lolly. The better ones are the ones you find in the car, the marshmallow. It started off as a bag of marshmallows, but... best story about the forgotten thing in the car, I remember a story of a fellow who borrowed his wife's car to go to bowls because he was getting his car serviced. Drove home, parked in the garage, and when she went to use her car the next week, said, "What have you done to my car? It stinks." She said, "I didn't do anything. All I did was go to bowls and come home," and he'd won the chook playing bowls and forgotten.
Yep.
Yes, a bit tragic, that one.
I have a similar story. I did something similar quite a few years ago. Won the prawns and put them in my car, but back then I was having a couple of beers and ended up having a couple too many, so I couldn't drive home, and went back the next day to pick my car up, and
Oof.
Ooh. Not nice at all. I had all intentions of going home and put the prawns in the car, went back into the club, say goodbye, and didn't say goodbye, did I? Yeah, great bowl there from Scotty Pettit. One shot there to Merimbula. Pretty good position. Merimbula's employed a coach today, Nick Hines, on the sidelines. Just giving Wilksy a few tips.
Runner. Lemon squash for Wilksy. Nice cup of tea. You'd probably appreciate that.
So no evening session this evening, Andrew.
No evening session today.
What are you going to do tonight? What are our viewers going to do now?
I'm trying to put a diplomatic way to put it, that I don't care.
I think the Wales New South Wales staff will have a relaxing evening. It's been a couple of big days. The weekend was, mate. A lot on. 4 sessions both days.
Yep, the TAB Platinum Pennant kicks off on Friday. Our first stream game, 6 o'clock. Cabramatta Bullants host the St John's Park Saints. But the tipping competition returns for Season 2. Register now. Enter your tips for the Season 2 of the Platinum Pennant. Top the table at the end of the regular season, and you'll win a Drake's Pride player prize pack valued at over $1,000, including your own set of Drake's Pride bowls with colours, sizes and logos of your choosing. Click the link in the YouTube caption to enter.
Phil Power. Whoa. He liked it too. He followed it up. Very close. Yeah, I wouldn't mind winning that prize myself, Andrew. I wonder if they can chuck a Cronulla Sharks logo in black with some blue and white bowls. I think
They could.
I tell you what, I reckon I could auction them off for a bit too.
You might get $3 or $4 for anything with Sharks logo on it. But it could be worse. You could be a Raiders supporter.
Well, can't really talk much about the Raiders supporters after this week, but we're now into another round, so that doesn't matter now. It's gone. This is very well down as well. That's a great bowl there, Rohan. There's probably 2 shots there at least. Well, Indi just wants to get down now.
Not going to.
And some people might be asking, you know, why the green is a lot quicker and harder, but we're not seeing the swing with weighted shots. There's a little bit of science in that, would you believe? Would you
Probably
say?
is.
There is. You see it quite often.
Probably quite a bit of physics involved there. Beyond me.
It is a little bit beyond me, and we do see on the draw, there's a lot more turn, but the weighted shots really hold their line a lot on these quicker greens.
Well, what my theory is, you get most of the turn when the bowl slows down, which is why when you play a weighted shot on a slower green, it'll slow down a bit quicker and the tilt will come in. So you actually get more turn than you expect on the slower greens.
That's right. So Indi probably just looking to back a little bit of weight off here. Has he backed enough off to allow it to turn? Well, unlucky, so... Yeah, so 2 shots indicated there. Look across the green. Saying Lee Stinson following up a bowl there, Andrew. Out in action he is.
Please don't lead me into saying anything that's going to get me in trouble. Apparently I'm banned from running after my bowls. Because when I do, people yell out, repair your own divots. Very cruel, very cruel. I won't say that about Lee, though.
Sure, it's just a bit of friendly banter, mate. I'm sure you've given out plenty in your time.
And worse.
Yeah, there you go.
And some of the best little comebacks you've ever heard on the bowling green of... I did know. Talking about a bowler and said he was delivering postcards today.
Postcards.
Someone looked at us strange, but the albatross knew what we meant. What you usually see on a postcard, the slogan, "Wish you were here." So if you're short all day and someone says that's postcards, you know what it means now.
Just around that. Well, he got a little flick, but it's 2 shots there.
At the time we said the skip was the drill sergeant. Well, the players are the drill sergeant because all day the skip was there saluting them. hand to the forehead and a little salute off it. Even worse when your partner's tall. Right, just going to be a little bit on that short side, Scotty Pettit. Best one I've ever heard, though, is the old saying when people used to say, which one's the danger bowl? And the answer would always come back, the one that's in your hand. Don't hear that saying as much anymore, which one's the danger bowl?
Like I've heard it once or twice, not directed at me or I wasn't involved, but I've heard it on some other rinks, crossover of ends, especially saying a pennant or skip, you're 6 down, 5 down. No, I'm not, I haven't put one down yet. You guys are down.
Just going to run a little bit round the corner.
Yeah, but it's a pretty good home, I think, Andrew. Got that back of the ring covered now.
Well, we do know Indi won't be shy to play an attacking bowl when the opportunity arises.
At the moment, he's set up pretty well. He's got 2, maybe 3.
Just turned through the head, that bowl.
Wow, we're seeing the characteristics of this green completely different to what we've seen in the previous 2 weeks.
It is the morning. We have the wind that's more towards the east. Well, it's the afternoon. It hasn't swung around yet.
Oh, it's going the right way for the afternoon.
Is it?
It's south-southeast. Yeah, morning comes from the west. So in the morning it would come from right to left. That is a great lawn bowl, Michael Wilks. Probably coming more from the south by the look of that, Andrew.
Yeah.
So a bit of a headwind, tailwind happening here.
Looking out wide, let it come back in and beat the red one out.
Well, that turned. He got clear air all the way through there.
Well, attacking.
We're all wondering why they're holding with weight, but Indi was a little bit perplexed there.
Oh, the quicker the green is, that straighter you have to go. The old wisdom was once it got above about 16, it was a drive or draw game.
Yeah, scoreboard ran the wrong way. It is Merimbula in front, 7-1.
Scoreboard down the other end is around the opposite way from us, and he's got me.
So, just for those of you on viewing, well, we'll just watch Indi. He's come down with a lot straight line, but it's really holding dead straight down there. The cards are written out, teams are put on the cards, and they are asked to put up on this.
No, it's him who's got me. The Ballina should be on the top. And this is going to bug me. I'm going to change it.
All right, Indi, does he go again? He's only one down. That Jack is smack bang in the centre of the bowl. It's get down, get any of the bowl. He did. He got the bowl neat. Wow. What a great result. Great shot. He could see, lucky to see an inch of that bowl. To get bowl without Jack is just pure magic. Well done.
Okay, 376. Now we read the right way.
Big tactical change here. Gary brought the map right up. The challenge here is actually keeping the Jack on the deck, I think. And that's gone.
Well and truly.
It's one of those things you nearly have to be looking at rolling the Jack and dropping 2 metres to 3 metres short of where you want it to finish.
To tell you the truth, I didn't even read the names on our scoreboard because I went through our normal setup. Right, we got it around the right way now. Well, good start from Ballina after they put the Jack in the ditch, drawn one just behind. Craig Mallard, just a little bit gentle on that one. Just going to run a little past Craig Mallard. Decent effort, but players just struggling to get hold of this pace. It's been rather wet for a while, and now the pace is just picking up. Just winning that one to stay out is Indi Conlan. That's shot. Just got Pettit on his way down.
Oh, he's steaming through, Andrew.
It'll stop. Sand stops him every time. Well, Stuart Jamieson played a very good bowl with his previous. Can he repeat the dose? He doesn't look quite as excited about this one. He's got the hand out willing it to hold its line.
Now he's played with Very good weight again, Stu.
Oh, you can't complain about that. That's 2 shots. Just struggling to take enough grass. There are days, no matter how much grass you seem to take, it's not enough. Oh, he's got the little stop, but I think he might still be 2 down.
Well, yeah. It's close. Still 4 to come, so... Or 8.
4 each team.
See Phil Power get out there to that blue line. See if this one gets right back and down.
Well, earlier in the week, on this blue line, they were getting out to the white line. And that was pretty much enough. And now you're getting out to the boundary peg line. Wilks, he's out just inside the blue line.
Yeah, I'm a fan of this line, Andrew. Just down to the speed.
The poor old fella, he's not up. Now Phil, he's... Oh,
I just think he's just got a bit of speed on this one.
he was about 20 centimetres inside the line. He's going to cut across. Or right across. And Michael Wilks. And he's right out to the blue line. Just touches the edge of it.
Yep, so this time he wants to get around this bowl, and after that, he didn't have the weight. So,
Poor fella, he probably needs some hydration. Hydration manager here waiting for him. It's even got the coaster on top of the lemon squash just to keep the bugs out of it. Probably got his name written on it too. Just so he can remember which one's his. Indi, that's a pretty tight line. He's only just out halfway in between the white and blue.
well, he's quick.
He'll drop in pretty much on the centre line, which makes me think he was trying to draw. He'd need quite a bit more grass than that. So it will run on further sideways than it does forward in the last second or so of its running. Rohan's got a little bit of pace on this one too. I think he's trying to get down to the...
Well, he gets to the inside of that one and across. That is a brilliant shot.
Well, could not have got that rub much better, could he?
I'm going to see a bit of a run up the forehand. He's looking for that gap between the front white and yellow bowl. A little bit under here, but what's going to happen? Well, not a lot.
Just clipped off the front one and put him off path. So I think by this indication, Rohan will switch it over now. Just try and draw basically to the inside the tee. fairly tight line too. He's well inside the blue line. Doesn't get the rub this time. I thought they're taking the mat up a long way, but they're just having a conversation. I was just following Greg Mallard with the mat in order to get it in the right, our side camera in the right position. Thought he was taking that mat a long way up the green. He was. He wasn't going to put it down though. So just a reminder that our ticking rolling scoreboard underneath the main one is going through the scores on the boards at the other venues and here. So if you have your club team represented, keep an eye on that scoreboard. It will feature the skip and club. Tell you the division underneath it. They're being very regularly updated at all three venues by our volunteers, who we do thank very much for their wonderful service over such an extended period of time. Greg Mallard, his opening one's pretty good. The second one, he's just dropped a little bit of weight off. Gary Devlin, his first one, a little bit through.
Well, I do like the line.
Just needs to stay up, it'll be good. Yeah, well, not too bad at home. Oh, Scotty Pettit out on that forehand side, following down Gary Devlin. Wants to just draw right across. Not a bad effort at all, just not quite got the right combination. Stuart Jamieson played a couple of good ones last end. Played them on this side of the green as well. Backhand back towards the club, forehand away. Breeze is coming that side. So left to right as we look on screen. He's a little tight again, but very well played. Yeah, about half a bowl tight. Good judgment. Very good bowl.
That's a sensational lawn bowl. To say that that's tight, wow.
Well, I thought he was tight till it finished.
Yeah, Stuart Jamieson is pretty well regarded to be a very, very ultra consistent bowler here at the Ballina Club. Nice young fella he is. Quietly spoken, but just ultra consistent on green.
Similar to his previous, he can get inside that last Scotty Pettit bowl.
Oh,
He's done
great effort.
Okay there, that's very close.
Yep.
Well, he's going to try and get them both.
Wilks, he's having a look up here. Well, I think that's too wide.
You know what? You're right.
Well, and he's just chipped his own out further.
Even better, though, he sat one of the bowls at the back end of the ditch and stayed on. So Merimbula now have the best backward, and the Balner's got one less at the back. Gary Devlin's bowls were at the back before. I thought they were a really good position.
Oh, Phil Power is tight here.
Genuinely tight, not my tight.
Well, he's found that hole there, so Phil's just needing to adjust some grass next time. Again, Wilksy going again. Well, I think he's just backed the weight off a little bit this time. Gives it that chance to swing. Oh, he's unlucky. Through to his own and then straight through that hole. See, Phil again. Depends on his weight here. Well, he's finished well. That's 3 shots now.
We said Wilksy's shot here. Contact you thought would have been good, but he gets his own, then just gets a little chip on the second shot and runs completely through.
Look, and there's some gaps there too, Andrew. Pretty hard to go full pelt at this, but Rohan is lining up for that. He's close. What a shot.
Jack straight back into the ditch.
It is. I think it might be, I can't see whose bowls are there. The yellow bowl of Merimbula.
Yep.
One shot. The Jack is probably to the left. Well, we can see it in our picture there. So Indi's got around about 800 to draw it in. This will be interesting on this speed of green today, Andrew.
Yeah, Indi's given that one away. It's just gone thud in under the TAB 2025 State Championship sign. Rohan wants to stop.
Well, he
Has
stopped
stopped.
enough for a second. And that will give Indi a guide. He could get past that by a bowl, Andrew. It's close to shot. Will that actually help Indi with some weight control? But looks like he's sailing again.
Two.
Okay. That's a nice short end here, and that's a brilliant opener there by Greg, commonly known as the Duck.
Gary Devlin Gave it a chance, just a slightly under.
Yeah, he's pretty well down again here, Greg is. Yeah, that's two great opening lead bowls. Well done.
Thank you, Greg.
Might be all in the direction at the head, Wilksy reckons.
Well, Greg is another bowler who played in the rookie state finals.
Only recently.
Well,
Gonna say,
probably not recently enough for his liking. But no while ago, Greg was one of the, I think he was one of the first few years. He's been around a while. Well, Scotty Pettit just run through, but I think he might have got shot from that reaction. Stuart Jamieson now on his way down. Well, just a little bit under the line. He's played fairly well, but his line generally has been perhaps just a little bit tight. Scott Pettit here does not need to do much different from his first bowl. Just wants to get down onto that shot. Very close. Set his team up pretty well. Oh, Phil Power looks like he's winding up. Gone big. Bowls have gone everywhere. 3 white bowls remain close to the jacks. There'll be 3 shots to Merimbula as this head stands. Confirmation there. Was 2 last end. Rohan just indicating where they want the bowl. Michael Wilks, bit past that, but best back, probably not a bad spot to be. We do know that Balner attacked last bowl, probably going to be reaching again. Jack comes right through, stays in bounds. It'll be 1 shot to Ballina with that head the way it is. Wilksy jumps on the mat, looking to draw. And just shows past the jack. Phil Power ran with his last. He's going to have to just ease that back. Oh, that bowl might be looked at. I think it would be in. I do think that line is on the boundary peg. But might be worth getting the umpire to have a look. Players will see whether it's in. Oh, Wilks, he says it's in. Definitely in if he says so. Rohan wants to just slide past that green bowl. Very well played. Indi. Wants the jack. Got the jack. One shot to Ballina. 2 bowls left to play. Merimbula do have 2 second shots at least. The question is whether Rohan feels he can draw it on the backhand or whether he thinks he's better off playing a little run shot to hit Michael Wilks' yellow bowl on the back and hopefully propel Indi Conlan off the rink. Indi, chance to add a second. Well, it's a good little slide. It is 2. Oh, I've got an extra end on this. I pressed it an extra time. $10-5 after 9. No, we'll get another jack roll out of this one. That one's going to be lost as well. Mallard will roll jack pretty much to the tee there. Well, Nick thought he's sitting around watching bowls. He may as well talk about it as well.
Thanks, Andrew. Nice to be here. Nice to be back. Good contest we're seeing, isn't it? Hard to get a shot.
Conditions just a little bit challenging too. The extra grass, just catching the players out.
Well, we saw in this morning's contest a lot of jacks disappeared into the sandpit, and already today, seeing the jacks is really skipping across these surfaces. It's getting a bit of a polish on it now, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it has had a lot of use.
Well, it's a day 14 now, and the greenkeeper Elvik, he's looked after it very well that it's still playing so true.
Well, just imagine playing Test cricket on a day 14 wicket. That'd turn a lot too.
Even you might be getting him to turn.
I'd be making Shane Warne look like an amateur. Apart from landing it on the pitch. Oh, just a little bit shy with the opening couple of bowls from Greg Mallard. Do think it's one to Ballina for Gary Devlin, just in behind. Stuart Jamieson, the red bowls.
They've been featuring prominently in a few heads recently, these red bowls.
Yeah, he's played very well. A few times he's been at just a little bit on the tight side with the line. He's again, can he get a rub off his own? No. It's not too far off though.
Well, that one only need to fall over to be a second shot, you feel. Scott Pettit, the West Wyalong product. You feel he'll have a big influence at this game at some point.
That one, good line, just a little on the quick side. And I feel you'd rather someone miss a little bit long than short.
Well, wandering around the rinks just before, we were seeing any tight heads. You don't need to be hitting it with lots of power for the jacks to go spilling out in any direction, and kills are likely. I heard you and Jason talking about a late session tonight.
I said no, we bring the respot in just for this game. Had my late session last night. Oh, he's just, I think the weight there might have been not too bad had he just had a fraction more grass.
Just having a chat there with Phil Power, he was saying there how much he's enjoying being able to go out and play after doing a mountain of work, marking, being a green attendant, assisting with scorecards, assisting the players throughout this event.
Well, that's one other thing. The locals haven't really had a chance to get out on the green, have they? We've been hogging their green space.
Oh, Wilks, this is a good effort here.
Oh, that's got the chocolates at the moment. It's not exactly a green where you feel that they're going to have precise control at this time.
Well, Rowan Wilson and Michael Wilks, we've seen some remarkable draw bowls from them, getting back touches. As we see, it appears as though Greg Mallard's been chipped up there. Probably made two and has just flopped back. And for Michael Wilks, if he can beat these two bowls at the back, he'd be really pleased. Looks to be a little bit light on for weight. Yeah, you can see he's urging it up. Wants to fill that hole now if he's going to do anything. And Phil Powell's identified there's a chance to get in. There's a nice shoulder there. He gets through clean, can sit the yellow. But lots of edges there that are going to be very useful for Indi, Conlan and the Ballina guys. And he asks for this to turn. Probably just overplayed at a fraction. Oh, Wilks is looking at this. I don't think he'd want to give Indi another crack there. Quality player. I've had the misfortune of running into Indi a few times in recent years. Rohan on a good high line here. Wants to get all the way back now.
Oh, well played.
It's probably in, but still an opportunity here for Indi Conlan. Through this
Turning
gate.
zone, through the gate. Oh, didn't want that first little feather.
A big piece or nothing was what he wanted there.
A quarter of a bowl either way. He gets a result. As it is. Rohan Wilson drawing for another.
Could be a big collect here. Rohan's urging that one up.
Just not quite there. A little bit on the safe side. It's the 10th end gone. It's 3. Promised only put this one on once. Did put one of the ends on twice. I put it up first and then did it again as the scoreboard operator did it.
It's easy enough to do. Andrew and I have had a big campaign here behind the desk and at the various venues. Greg Mallard, he's watching this intently now. Starting to find his range, the duck.
Well, we've done a number of games each and had a session at Alstonville and Lennox each. Had a bit of rain marshals earlier in the week. Tell people. Oh, that's a decent start from both leads. Greg Mallard just wants tiny correction. He's pretty close with this one.
Oh, gutters it. That's a good bowl there from GM.
Oh, made the correct error where the bowl goes through the line of the jack. We've got a bit of camera envy here. We'd like that one being filming our gear. Ours are pretty good, but Channel 7 News here talking to State President Dillis.
Well, that is elite gear that they've got, but we're bringing you beautiful pictures. And it's a beautiful picture there. Scott Pettit. I feel that's probably in.
I don't think our budget would extend to having people to operate all those cameras.
I'm sure Cherry Street could drum up a few more volunteers, Drew.
Although they might not have the experience to run a professional video camera.
Stuart Jamieson, he gets all the way down to this jack. He's played this very nicely. Big bowl at an important moment. Turns the head over, makes 1 for Ballina. It was 2 for Merimbula.
Well, we're hitting the halfway stage of this match. The score difference is 8. I do feel it's very important for Ballina just to score a few to keep in touch.
Yeah, win 1 or 2 in a row here would be vital. And Scott Pettit, he's just going to slide past. Nice bit of weight. You will know about it if Ballina get a shot, though. They're very well supported here this afternoon. A lot of the volunteers who've been marking have got the afternoon off. And they're here cheering on their charges.
Oh, I've got a message through to say South Tamworth scores around the wrong way. It would be because they haven't followed what we've told them on their scorecards.
There's an excellent bowl there. Stuart Jamieson.
Great stuff.
We might see a little bit more positivity from Michael. Look to squeeze that jack. A kill is a fair chance. To back right of screen. Even if he can clear a path for himself at the front there. He's a little bit tight. Can open up a few more options. Yeah, so South Tamworth are on 7. Is that in the women's or the men's?
Men's.
Oh, I'm just having the women's scoreboard. Well, Michael's changed the angles. He's got one at the back of the rink there that has stayed in. It feels like that's where the jack is going to go, if it's going to go anywhere and stay on. And Indi Conlan's identified that. He said, park one there. As Duncan Elvick comes looking for me. I'm being presently Dunk. Indi now asking this one to just get back. Might come in handy, Andrew. You do see the jacks. That's the likely direction it's going to spill out, isn't it?
Well, I think so.
A little bit hot here from Wilks. And Indy's saying, yeah, don't fatten that up anymore. Stay away from it. Cover and count if you can. This head's got some reasonable protection here for Balner. Rohan having a look at the forehand here, looking to turn through the white on the centre line back down to the jack.
That'll work. So DY and South Tamworth in the open men have not observed what's on their scorecard. So it should actually be the score the other way around, with DY leading 13-3.
Well, Rowan's pretty close here. He gets a clear road. Rohan Wilson. That's some sort of bowl, Andrew.
Did it stay there for shot?
I reckon it has. The way that Merimbula are up and about. You can see very quickly, Balner had a plan there. Outside edge of the red bowl, back onto the yellow. Gets them that 2 back.
Just a bit high.
Yeah, I don't know that he probably needs to be that quick either, you know. It's finished down near the 2 metre mark.
Yeah, he might have got just a bit too much of a chunk on it if he played it that way. I think Rohan will stay away from this. He'll look for protection.
Well, he's calling for it to stay out. But it's just a covering bowl. There's no man's land back there. So for Indi Conlan. Looks to be under the line. Ping, ping, ping. Ricochet rabbit. Well, it's not how they drew it up, but an important shot there.
None of the players did any cheering there. They just went, "Yeah, okay, thanks." A few of the crowd cheered that their local heroes had scored, but players just said, well, you know what, that's a little bit of fortune. We'll take the shot and that'll do.
As we say, well, once again, a jack's been sunk. And Indi on screen clearly, I mean, he's having a bit of a joke with Rowe, but that's not what he wanted.
No, well, they've got the chance to change the length, and straight away, Merimbula gets it back again.
Important if you're the lead, get back in your skips good books.
Yes, you're going to lose the jack. Put your first pile right on the jack where your opponent rolls it to. That's pretty handy in this match so far. Well, Greg Mallard wants this to swing. It's not going to quite swing back enough, but very handy home. Doesn't want too much different, Gary Devlin. It's racing.
Yeah, doesn't want to grab it then.
Good miss.
The value of bowls in good areas. Greg Mallard, quite an accomplished singles player. We've seen him at an Australian indoor singles final.
Just clog that hand up a little bit there. Stuart Jamieson, been close to the best player in the ring.
Yeah, I reckon he's been easily Balner's best. I mean, Indi's played a couple of big bowls to turn things around, but I think Stuart Jamieson's consistency has been
there or thereabouts.
Real strong point.
Again, just a little on the tight side, but in a very effective position. Probably been picky saying he's been a little bit tight, but...
Well, at this level you're entitled to be, though, aren't you, Andrew?
I'll call it as I see it. You just cross the head. Mind you, not going to complain about it if you're getting shot.
He gets down to Greg Mallard here, this will be very handy.
Sure, he's giving him a kiss and run past.
Scott Pettit's got a very easy action. Oh, kiss down the line for him's good too.
Well, that's close.
Phil Power, he lands this back bowl. That's going to be an excellent home. Gives some real opportunities with the next. So Michael Wilks is watching that very intently, isn't he? Game face is on today.
Just watch Wilksy when he delivers. You can be entertained.
He's always animated.
If you're wandering around for a photo of someone striking a goosey pose, Wilksy's always good for it.
Oh, Phil.
Just through the gap of everything.
You feel Andrew, there's an opportunity building here for Ballina. That white bowl there, you know, if Indi can get down and sit that through, he could be holding a pretty decent number here.
Is it? Maybe two now. Wilksy might have just finished Jack high there.
He doesn't muck around on the mat. This is a draw though. So Rohan Wilson, he's got a clear view at the jack here. Play through a fair bit of traffic so far. This is one of the most open heads. And he's
Played it
very
pretty
close. Oh, well, Rohan Wilson. That's mightily impressive. And I wonder if Indi's not going to go quick at this. Not mucking around on the high side. Wow. Greg Mallard goes racing across in front of the jack, and with one to Merimbula, Michael Wilks is saying, you just touch it over to the left-hand side and we'll have 3. Potentially 4. Depending on how good he gets it. Well, it's 2 excellent draw bowls, isn't it, there from Rohan Wilson?
It is. It just solidifies the advantage for Merimbula. (15-6) after 12.
So 15-6. There's 9 ends to shoot, and already a suggestion that Balner are kind of going to have to chase them down here. You feel that there's a multiple required in the coming end or ends. Else this powerful Merimbula side might just run away with it. Rohan Wilson's looking at me like he needs some hydration. Is he going to send me indoors? I'll wait till Andrew gets back, eh? Having a good time here, the players. Rohan Wilson's been up and about today.
Well, for those worried that DY seemed to be behind against South Tamworth, and they thought they were in front. They did have them around the wrong way on the scoreboard, and I've just asked them to fix them up. I have fixed it on our stream score at the moment. I've got it so that our volunteers can get the right score in.
Yeah, we try to make it easy for our volunteers. Left and right of the scoreboard. Don't look for team names. Don't look for anything else. But that's only reliable if the players
Look at their scorecard and realise which one's which.
do the right thing too. So
It's only on the scorecard in big red letters.
That's good.
well, here in the background, Greg Mallard giving Scott Pettit a warm bit of praise there. This is the man who looks most likely in, Andrew, in my opinion, for Ballina. Stuart Jamieson.
Giving them a lot of bowls in good position.
Scott Pettit now. Came face on, gets round the back.
Yeah, not a bad home.
You'd say second prize all the way back there. Would have probably preferred to sit and split the red and the green.
Stuart Jamieson corrected the weight, but just pulled it across a little on the narrow side. Michael Wilks owned 2 bowls on the way in there. He's just looking to draw through or get a little roll. Very happy with that one. Just plops in beside the jack. Nah, that's when Scotty Pettit's long bowl comes in handy, because they will be attacking this.
Yeah,
Very
Phil-
important for Balner to get a result this end, I feel.
Phil Powell straight away, playing with a bit of purpose.
Well, he's got a decent result out of that. He's cut it back to 1.
Big chance at a kill here, you feel, Andrew. The way I see that jack's pointing maybe to finish a metre outside the rink peg at the back of the rink.
Oh, I reckon if it's hit hard enough, it's coming straight at my feet.
Good slipper in the day, Andrew Lynn, of course, so he'll have the hands ready. They didn't have you going fine leg to fine leg, I bet.
A couple of times.
So for Wilksy, what does he do to try to change this up? He might try to get a little touch on and get round the back and protect.
Not about good slipper. I think I might have been the least, one of the least ordinary slippers in our team, so I got to field there occasionally. Sometimes in gully. Nowhere where I had to make a sharp chase and rip the ball in.
So Phil Power playing this positive up through the backhand here. Well, this
Can
is
get the
interesting.
ball. Got it out clean.
Well done, and got the other yellow bowl out the back of the rink too, so that's set things up nicely there. Phil Power.
Watch that one again. Does love it. Underneath. Nice little chip. Sets out the other one. So they're holding a few there now. Well, maybe 2. Greg Mallard's bowl just to the right of your screen is the one that's the closest Merimbula. Rohan Wilson, he's shaping up to be a little aggressive as well.
More than a little bit aggressive, Andrew. He's looking to belt that. Oh. There's...
Well, it's hit the bowling course on the next rink.
I think it's a reset there. If it was an ordinary one, you might be pleased that you got that back.
Well, Indi, this looks reasonable if he's just got the legs, but he doesn't.
Well, even sitting on the centre line there, you feel would have given some good protection. But for Rohan now, you maybe try something similar.
Just
a little bit less weight on.
Yeah, there is a bad result there for him if it goes completely wrong.
He's back on the draw here.
Just not quite settled. There was a bad result available if he went the big belt. It could have got.
Oh, he could have got
Mallard's bowl onto Michael Wilks's and been 4 or 5 or 6 down.
Yeah, and
He's been dead unlucky.
Well, this is what Phil Power and Indi Conlan are talking about though now. Do you need to take a risk? It is only one, we feel, to Balner.
There is a shot there, just slightly overweight on the backhand side. Sit through Greg Mallard's white and purple bowl, but if you get a contact on and just turn that jack a little bit to the right, you could be holding a few.
Little split on those might get that result too, you think, Drew?
Don't want it too far.
Indi's playing on the forehand.
You might be trying to come underneath and sit it through. Might have said just be trying to play and roll the ball up.
Well, doesn't want too much jack at that speed. He might have given it away. He's chipped it across.
Might be 1 up to 1 up, I'm not sure.
Well, it's worse because there's a tape coming out, so it is 1. And now Greg Mallard gets the couple for Ballina.
Well, that's an important score for Balner. It's 13 ends completed. The lead would have gone out to double figures had they not scored. That just keeps them just in touch.
Yeah, still 1 and over. They're not panic stations yet, but time's starting to run out for Balner if they're going to make a charge. I've been summoned to provide hydration. I'll step out. We might see you later on, Andrew.
All right. So Gary Devlin rolls the jack. Keeps it on. So rolling to the 2 metre mark. Wants to get this one down to the jack, and he's just fallen a little bit on the short side. So Greg Mallard, bit of a free rein here. Follows him down. Does look to have more speed on it. He's got this one, well, it'll be the shot. Still a little bit of room there, though. Gary Devlin, a couple of metres on his last. It's on a better track than his first. Yep, that one will pull in behind. He's holding one. waste any time. Close for shot. Stuart Jamieson plays forehand, the slightly wider side of the green here. Out around the shorter bowls. Wants this to get back down in. Just a little on the runny side. Plops in. Oh, good bowl from Scott Pettit. That's the shot. Stuart Jamieson, big correction to make from his previous bowl. He was maybe 3 metres over. Just pulled the grass back on this one. Oh, a little contact on Greg Mallard, rolls him 1 roll closer. Oh, they're cheering this one. They just want it to run the rest of the way, and it's good enough to be a counter. Full power. Steps onto the mat. Could be 1 or 2 down. Just trying to draw. Wants to get out and let it work back. Still taking a good grass line. Just going to run to the back of the rink. Wilks. Got it out nice and wide. Wants this one to really rip back now. He's just in behind as well. Just a little under the speed. Maybe not quite as wide this time from Michael. Wants it to just sneak around those. Got a friendly little glide. That's their own pushed up. That's a good result. They can afford to be a little bit tight with all those bowls in there. Probably just the one. The one at the back is now worth a few, but very hard to get to. Indi, fairly attacking sort of mood here. Can get a result. Well, he's clipped the short bowl. It's another Merimbula bowl going up. Well, if he can get around and sit on that Ballina bowl, roll it once or twice, be big. Is it worth the risk of contacting that shot bowl and pushing the jack back going down though? That's the question. Rohan Wilson. Oh, it's brought that one into the count for sure. Not sure how many this is. Angle's a little deceptive there. Well, he's chipped the red one out and run away as well. One bowl left to come. Everything from Merimbula here. So if they'll try and draw it, is there a chance to just sit that one back at the back? Is it worth a few? Hard to tell. We'll see what they think is best by what they play. Rohan Wilson has got a nice wide line. Wants this to get right back down. Drawn one. Well, that's 4 been rolled out already. And it's a handful to Merimbula. They now take a very good grip on this game. We've completed 2/3 of the game and it's 20 shots to 7. If you haven't already got your Skin Check Champion Skin Check here at Cherry Street Sports, you might be too late. Today, your final chance. So if you are in the area and want to get that skin check, check to see if they've got any vacancies. You can rock out in the deck and ask. Back deck here at Cherry Street. Devlin wants this to keep running. Very close. Just crashes into the shorter bowl. Very good home from Scott Pettit. Stuart Jamieson, we thought was the pick of the bowlers for Ballina. Third of the way through the game. And just slipped a little behind at the moment. It's a good effort. Just going to go around and past. Scotty's just collected the shorter bowl. Stuart doesn't need much correction. Well, Wilksy, keen to see how the Merimbula girls are going. I can actually tell him I've got the spreadsheet in front of me. Good cover from Michael Wilks. Full power, very close to this jack. Just got the little slice on it, and it's gone straight to the Merimbula bowl. Michael Wilks on his way down. Very close, just in behind. Two seconds according to Indi. Just want a little arrival. Down to the line. What's he going to get though? He's pushed Greg Mallard right back to the 2 metre mark. Eighteen, 16 after 14, they're in front. After 14. Well, you can see the scores from the matches not only here at Cherry Street but also at Club Lennox and Alstonville Plateau Sports. They are scrolling through on the scoreboard underneath our main scoreboard. They're being updated by volunteers at all three venues, and we do thank the vast army of volunteers who have been working very tirelessly to present a great state championships from all three venues. Indi's having a dash, and he's just got the short bowl. Greg Mallard's bowl's getting a little whack again. Fourteen ends down, we have 7 to go, and we do play all 21 of these ends. We are in sectional play, so margins may well come into play if we have teams equal on the number of wins they get. 3 points a win, 1 for a draw. If teams end up equal on points, the difference between their total shots scored and shots against is the next determining factor for position on the ladder. So the margins are equal, lowest shots scored. And I've never actually seen it get equal to that point after that. But then if that's equal, we go back to a count back of who won the game between them. If that's equal, we collect the scorecards up, start counting ends. Never seen it happen. Greg Mallard. Seems to have got into the rhythm as this game's gone on. Very good starter. Bit different from the Bears' conditions, Wilks. Gary Devlin just sliding across. Greg Mallard wants this one to run right down. Will finish off fairly nicely. Does finish a little bit short on the centre line. Blocks the view from the jack a little bit. Well, that was a good reply by Gary Devlin. Not too far off the target. Just a little bit short. Looks a lot closer from the mat end. Scott Pettit just wants to get around that one. Very good result. Just turns Greg Mallard over a couple of rolls and sits in front of the jack. Builds their position. And we will see a run from the second position. Weight was big. Looking to just arrive, turn something up. Can get a little slide off the inside of the short Ballina bowl. Inside of the other one's all right. Got a chunk, slid back, but that will flop into the ditch. Stuart Jamieson will go again. This one's closer, or just peeled the front one off. See, just looking to draw, arriving. I'd like to just change this up a little bit. It's got the toucher. Gonna see another run though. Well, he's used just enough weight to get this through the head. Just slides past. Still 1 or 2. I think we might see a change of hand here. That one's finished behind. Well, through the hole. Good home, though. Well, rolled their own team up. They got decent position out of this. Rohan. Me just over the draw, looking to just change this up a little bit. Wants to actually come in a little narrow. Well, not sure that's done. It's changed the head up though. It might be Indi Conlan to use the shelf to try and get rid of that bowl now. Sorry. Yeah, Indi. Very close. Got the shelf, run in. Oh, just out of the count, I think. Rohan, delicate. Might be backhand just over, trying just to get through the jack. Little trail back to bring a couple back into count. Wants this to keep running. Oh, he's just turned it up. V1 down. Well, not a lot on here for Indi. He just needs to dead draw. He's played the safe hand. One to Ballina. Oh, it's another jack that's plopped into the sand. Different from the pairs conditions? Couple of seconds? Oh, yeah. I'll just ask Michael Wilks what he reckoned the difference in speed from the pairs was. He said up to 5 seconds. From the first day of the pairs to today. Amazing what a couple of days of nice, sunny, dry weather will do. Good start from Gary Devlin. Greg Mallard wants to get round his own bowl. He does. He's played a brilliant bowl. Gets the applause from Wilksy. Stuart Jamieson. Nice path down the backhand here just to beat the two bowls. Coming in pretty well, but just going to fade past. Brushes his teammate's bowl as he goes through. "16 ends played. This is end number 17, 4 after this one. Well, Scott Pettit, not looking for too much different from his first one. Might want to just drift around and sit that black-green bowl. Just got the outside of it. Full power. Michael Wilks. A little bit of a tight line here. Well, he's got a good result out of it. Sat one of the Merimbula bowls, ended up a little bit closer. Definitely another one in that head. Full power and attacking line here. Just going to go underneath, but he sat Michael Wilks' bowl back. They've now got a couple of catches there. Means Merimbula just a slightly little bit vulnerable. Wilksy would want to get another one in that head and cover. And come just around their own, down to the Balner bowl behind. Wants this to really rip back. Well, it's close to second shot. There's a nice shot here for Indi Conlan though. Backhand. Just over the draw. Sit the white one or just sneak past and tickle that jack back. He's got a little group of 4 sitting there. Goes too far, he's not going to have a good result, but already down. If he can get it just right, he could end up with 3 or 4 shots perhaps. He's going to go a bit quicker. Jack goes out to the side. Nice bum, Wilksy. Wilksy's realised he doesn't want to make comment about how fat his posterior is, so decided to move. I know people who live in glass houses. Oh, Indi, he's put this one down and straight away just gone, no, don't like it. He's just given it a push. Well, it's not going to come in, is it? That's why he didn't like it. He just pushed it wide. Chance for Rohan Wilson just to put a little bit of pressure on here. Close for shot. Oh, he's dropped it out as well. One Merimbula. Seventeen ends gone, 4 to come. I never thought I'd see the day I saw Wilksy drinking lemon squash. Responsibility with the old age, mate. He says absolutely. Like cheese. He said like a good red, not cheese. I have heard it said, what's the difference between men and cheese? And they said cheese matures. Merimbula well and truly in control of this game. Ballina, well, mathematically still in the hunt, but they now need 14 shots in 4 ends to catch up. They need Gary Devlin to do that more often. Got the little toucher and stayed with it. Merimbula certainly have just had the better of the running. They seem to have been able to take control of the game. Gary wants this to get right down to the jack. Two very good bowls from Gary Devlin. Backhand draw. Just got Pettit. Just wants to slightly arrive, give yourself a chance. And, well, Scotty Pettit, well bowled, just out of the shot. Does make it difficult for Ballina. Indi says, just come down on the forehand, just try and roll Gary's bowl. They can change this head up a little bit. Still got a chance to make a few. Oh, it's a decent effort from Stuart Jamieson. Just going to drop in. That weight actually pretty good for the shot that Indi wanted. They need to change this up because they've got to score. Every end they don't score multiples, they need an even bigger multiple next end. Realistically, Merimbula should have a lead sufficient enough to really run away with this game, and that's another great bowl from Scott Pettit. Just dropped that one in against it. Yeah, Stuart Jamieson, same idea as his previous. Just a slight adjustment. It's to just run onto their own bowl up to the jack. Just hasn't quite got the right combination. Yeah. Wouldn't be surprised to see Michael Wilks just slightly over the draw. Can get their own bowl up. Get rid of the Balner bowls. I think it's get rid of the Balner bowls is more the option here. Got the run off. And, well, that's not too bad at all. Got some position. Both teams now playing slightly through the head. Trying to look for a favourable result. Phil Power looks close. Probably need a little more speed, but wow, that's coming to great home. Little discussion there. Going to try and rip out the dark bowls. Punch them onto the jack. Got a little split, ran through with the jack. Been the case there where the heads presented some opportunities, but it seems to be Merimbula who's just got the better of them. Full power, forehand. Has got a chance to reach. Looking for the yellow bowl. Oh, it's really not their day. Gets the white one onto their own. Rolls it over for a second shot. And number 18, it's 22-8. Merimbula leading Ballina. It's the men's fours is our feature game in the TAB State Championships. We're coming to you live from Cherry Street Sports. Ballina. We've got 2 days remaining of the TAB State Championships. Fours, round 2 and round 3 tomorrow. And then the semi-finals and finals all at Cherry Street Sports on Wednesday. Tomorrow's action continues here at Cherry Street Sports for the men's and women's state fours. At Alstonville for the senior men's. At Club Lennox Head for the women's senior fours. And at Lennox and Alstonville, half of the reserves at each of those venues. Section winners from all venues will be here at Cherry Street Sports on Wednesday. 10 rinks in action, semi-finals and then finals. And we'll move on to the TAB Platinum Pennant commencing on Friday. The 3 rounds of streaming this weekend, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. And then Monday, we're underway at Merimbula for the State Junior Championships. That'll take us all the way up to Easter. A little break over Easter. We'll come back after Anzac Day, 2 rounds of Platinum Pennant. And that'll lead into the Champion of Club Champions pairs. Rohan, he wants the Ballina bowl out. And, well, that's one way to do it. It'll leave him 2. Probably worth a few more if he got it clean and not that way. Indi will be looking for the jack. Eighteen ends played, 16 shots the difference. Mimula in pretty good control of this round 1 clash. Battle of the Dolphins. Another good start from Greg Mallard. Harry Devlin just fell a little bit short with his opening bowl. Greg Mallard wants to come round that. Misses, he's good. He has. He's going to run just a little on. Good behind. Oh, Gary just collects the side of his first bowl, pushes it away from the jack. Scott Pettit will play backhand. Wants to trail the jack to his own. just run through a little bit. That's okay. Well, Stuart Jamieson with pretty fair effort. It's going to be for second shot. Trail no good for Merimbula now. Or needs to go further. Scott Pettit will just have to drag only about a foot weight off his previous effort to count. And he just crashes into Gary Devlin's bowl. So Stuart Jamieson, he also loses a foot to count. Do have one match that has been completed. Stuart Jamieson pretty well down. That's an absolute ripper. Up one. Oh, it's just out actually. Wilks just wants to draw a shot here, just outside. Well, Wilksy just needs to ever so slightly tighten this up. A little bit less grasp if he's trying to draw. And little touch is very good. Fairly well down from Phil Power. Gets a little touch, drags it back. Well, has he got shot? Some wry smiles from the Ballina team. Not sure if they've got it. No fives say good bowl. Might have just taken it a little too far. Rohan is round the back. Well, it makes little contact. Nothing actually goes in. Rohan. Wilson got the interest of his teammates. Wants to just get around that red one. Hasn't quite run Good home. Well, they're going to attack here. Makes me think that it's Merimbula holding. Trying to get down, promote the red one. Just needs to roll once towards the jack. He snuck the green one in. No. One more to Merimbula. 2 ends remaining. It's 25 shots to 8, so Merimbula definitely has the victory. Ballina scores 2 8s, they'll get the 24. Michael just checking with me if I had the score for the girls team from Merimbula. The answer is yes. So I can see the data from the ticker. Those scores are being updated very regularly and coming across your screens. No matter where in the world you're watching on from, if you have enjoyed our broadcast, don't forget to like and share. Subscribe to our YouTube page, you won't miss any of the action. We do have 2 more games for you tomorrow, and tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m, women's fours, round 2. Kerry Farrell, Jenny Clark, Sharon Farrell and Katie Astley, the young superstar. They're going to take on, well, the Marylands team, they'll take on Soldiers Point. Jan Sutherland, Julie Shoemaker, Betty Herbertson and Lisa Burton. And then tomorrow afternoon, we've got another clash that should be interesting. Bryce de Bruin, George Jackson, Cody O'Keefe and John Harriott from Wagga Rules. And they'll be taking on the Club Maitland City team. David, DJ Dilworth, Dylan Riley, Brodie Pittam and Michael Cronin. It's a good start from Greg Mallard once again. Live streaming then will continue on Wednesday, 9th of April. Last day, we'll have the women's semi-final in the fours and the men's final in the afternoon from approximately 1 p.m. depending on how quickly people play. Subject to starting time, subject to change. Merimbula, they're finishing off this game in good style. So if you're looking for the final results from all of our games, you can jump onto results.bowlslink.com.au, click on Bowls New South Wales, TAB State Championships, scroll to the bottom of the events. We've left them all in there as live at the moment. Scroll down to the bottom, click on the Fours Championships. You can see the results of the full state championships there, any other event you wish. Currently 4 to Merimbula. Full power. Just reaching up. Wants to get a little contact on any one of those 4 bowls. And, well, he's got one out. Just run through. It's still 3. Like Wilks will forehand draw. Probably just trying to get to that last bowl. A little cover. Well, he's gone past that. It's good matching of the ones at the back. Little attack here from Phil again. He's got the edge of the jack and just put it over into the middle. They cannot take a trick today. They've been gallant, but the rub of the green certainly hasn't been with them. And the Merimbula boys, well, they've just got better as this game's gone on. One more end after this one. We do know that Merimbula has won this game. It cannot be caught, but we are in sectional play. The total shots may come into play after round 3 to decide which team finishes top and advances to the semi-finals, so they have to play out all ends, at least in the first 2 rounds. Well, actually, they've played all ends throughout the games. Indi's got the contact, and that ball wasn't a toucher, so he ends up with shot out of that. And only standing right in front of our camera. Good to have the side one though. Rohan just going to not be quite there. Does not want the yellow ball, wants to get underneath it. Just glanced off it. Oh, he's one to Ballina for sure. Just got to throw a measure on to finalise it. Two to Balner. I'll go to 10. Last end. Well, it stayed up. Now, whatever they do, don't kill this end. Gary Devlin's holding one now. off. That's probably his worst bowl of the day. Game's now finishing up. All those results will be into Bowls Link before too long. We will cease as soon as this game has finished. We'll be off air, but a reminder, we'll be back tomorrow morning. Women's fours round 2. We've got Marylands and Soldiers Point. Tomorrow afternoon from 1, we'll have Waggarules and Club Maitland City in the men's fours. Then on Wednesday morning, we'll have the women's semi-final. Wednesday afternoon, the men's final. It's been a pleasure to bring you this game from Cherry Street Sports, part of the TAB State Championships. Big vote of thanks to our event partners there. And if you didn't get your Skin Check Champions Skin Check during our state championships, that has finished this afternoon. You're probably too late. May have a little time to sneak in, I'm not sure. Also, check out the TAB Platinum Pennant underway from Friday, 11th of April. Tipping comp now available. You can enter. Click the link in the YouTube bio to find out more. Also, click the link in our YouTube bio to get your exclusive 5% off Bowls New South Wales discount with AAT Kings. Use the code BOWLSNSW. Book before 17th of April. Terms and conditions do apply. Stuart Jamieson. Well, he's going to finish in a good way. Has played fairly good throughout the day on a losing team. Full power. Oh, that's going to need a lot of weight to stand up from there. Want it to be a little narrow, but just under the line. Well, it wants both red bowls. He's got a little sit and stay. Second wood, according to Rohan. Well, the little feather cruelled him. Got the feather, ran through, got the jack, pushed it to Michael Wilks. It's been the story of the day. Balner just not able to take a trick on their home greens. Wilksy, well, he's shanked this one under the line, but he's got a fortunate little result. Pushed that one up for third. 4 bowls remaining in this game. (25-10) the current score. Indi Conlan wants to reach up. He can sit the shot bowl. Contact on this might just work. Oh, it's just gone past. The red one, I think it just fell in. Oh, the red one's still there, so. Michael Wilks saying draw to the back. Big chance for Indi Conlan to trail that jack to the back. Pick up 4 at least. Wants this one to stay on. Indi will be looking to sink this jack. Can pick up as maybe 4. And just missed it. Rohan Wilson will draw to try and make 3. And Merimbula will run out winners. Last bowl of this game about to be delivered. Well, he was looking for the green bowl to make a few, but that's the end of the game. 27 shots to 10. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe to the Bowls New South Wales YouTube channel. But it's been a wonderful day of bowls, but time for us to say goodbye and see you again tomorrow morning.